Good morning, brothers. Welcome to A Brown Bag Gentleman. My name is Scott, and today's shave is with Ariana and Evan's Pistachio. Love pistachios. And this beautiful hunk of hardware here is the Blackland Osprey adjustable. You can see that. I think you can see that number is on number 6 because I've shaved with it twice so far this week, and then I haven't shaved for 4 days. So yes, I have 4 days growth here, and it needs to come off. So we're going to adjust that. So I figured I'd show you that piece of it too, because I want higher aggression on the first pass. And I'm not one that normally adjusts an adjustable razor once I've adjusted it to where I like. It's a set it and forget it, and I go about my business. But we got 4 days, so I want a little extra today. So yeah, we're going to do that. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this off, the handle off. Just unscrews like a regular 3-piece razor. It's kind of what it is, a 3-piece razor on steroids. And of course that has the little weight in there, the little brass weight inside that handle. I'm kind of hoping to come out with a bigger one too. I'm looking forward to a bigger weight. Of course, here's the cap. Top cap comes off. And there's the adjustment. Everything is in that little piece right there. I'm going to put that down for a minute. Oh, there we go. Gillette Silver Blue is what I got in there. I didn't remember what I put in there, but yeah, tried and true favorite. So, and there's the base. So this is what it looks like. The little bars. It just goes on like your standard 3-piece razor. So you go like that. So there. And turn on the handle. You snug it up. Okay, that's the 3-piece itself. But now I need to adjust this. So get glasses on so I can see just a tick better. I want to see the numbers and all that. Because I'm going to adjust this number-wise. So, okay, so yeah, right now it's on a 6. And it goes up to 9. Like a Gillette Fat Boy, whatever, it'll go up to 9. But this is a Gillette Fat Boy on steroids. A 9 on this, basically right now this 6 is like a 7 or 8 on a Gillette Fat Boy. So I'm going to bump it up. I'm not sure if I'm brave enough to go to 9. Well, it's 4 days of growth. So we try it. Okay, we'll see. Yeah, what could go wrong? Yeah. So let's try that. First thing I do, I'm just going to loosen the handle. That's all you do. You loosen the handle. Now I'm going to take it by the ends and I'm going to turn it. Make sure the handle's loose. And that's about 9. It's not quite 9, but it's 9-ish. It's just on the shy side of 9, so probably could go just a tick more, but it's a little awkward for me to do with my offhand, so good enough. Snugging it back down, and that's where it stays. And my face is already washed. Just washed it before I came on camera, because this is actually take 2. I started the video, and then it went off, so it's like I took too long. So yeah, so I just finished washing my face. So yeah, so now we just need to create the shave cream. So we're gonna open this up. Up the little cap, the little seal things stuck in the cap. Of course, look at how dark it is. It's a dark soap. Not getting a lot of scent out of that. Very little scent. It's like a scale of 1 to 10. It's like a 1. Very much. But again, remember, it's been repacked into this because, of course, I get my samples from Maggards most of the time, and this was a Maggard sample, and they hand packed this. So, I'm not surprised if it lost scent just because it got moved from one to the other, all that. So yeah, there's like an almond size ish, and this Ariana Evans, this is a Kaizen 2E formula, which has lots of goodies. Really loving this version of Ariana and Evans soaps. These Kaizen soaps, yeah, I kind of look for them now. I'm just smush. Oh, sorry, I'm not showing you. Let me show you smushing. Just smush it at the bottom of my little this is like color pottery, but it's more like a China porcelain China type Polish pottery. Put my spoon aside because that's going to get washed afterwards. Wash my thumb off where I was pushing the soap down just so it won't be so slippery. Okay, there's that. Put that down. Put the cap back on this sample, and of course this sample is going to be the first sample in the next giveaway. Haven't done this giveaway yet. I've got, of course, a dozen plus soaps in there waiting for a giveaway, and today's weather's good outside, so I might be recording that outside later after I've done my chores. So yeah, stranger things have happened. That might happen today, so we'll see. But yeah, so that gets set aside, and yeah, never use that again. It's going to be given away. So got this. All right, now taking my brush out of the sink. It's been soaking in the hot water here in the sink. Shake, shake, squeeze. That's what I always do. So now, not a lot of water in it. I'm just, because I know these are thirsty soaps, these Ariana Evans are, so I'm just going to give it at least 1 dollop of soap or water here first to start with. I didn't soak it first and all that, like a lot of times I will. So we're going to start with that. So that's It's shot probably about a third of a teaspoon in there. Making sure the top of the soap is wet. Go in with a brush. Okay, that's 50 swirls. Let's do, there we go, no more water. Another 50 swirls. Okay, starting to think about it. More soap. More water rather. There we go. Now in reverse direction just because it's more comfortable. So another 50 swirls. Okay, there's that. So it's still 150 so far. Not going to add any more water. Going to do another 50 swirls. Okay, so 2 more swirls, and it's really making this really lustrous. So yeah, just knocking the soap down off the sides. Last 50. There we go. And it's really starting to build now too. But that's where I stop. I could go on for another like 100 swirls to really build up more leather. But it's perfectly usable now, nice and peaky. So it's at a usable point. So yeah, I'm going to use it. So I don't need to build up more volume. I'm not looking for that. I'm just looking for usable. But I could. If I went another 100, yeah, it would build up some more. So not noticing scent on the face. Not barely. I can barely notice it because the one, probably 1 out of 10 scent wise. So not really getting much out of this soap scent wise. But what I'm looking forward to getting out of this soap is what's in it. So the effect glasses back on here before I continue on. Let's see what's in that soap. Oh, and by the way, it's for full size 4 ounce at Maggard's. It's $19.95. So this is on the lower end of premium soaps price wise. So it's really, to me, a great bang for the buck if you're looking for a premium soap, which this definitely is. if you go online to Maggard's, you look at the soap and see the Kaizen 2E formula in there, you read all the ingredients, you're going to go, wow, that's a lot of good stuff in there. But of course, noting it does have beef tallow, goat milk, and yogurt in it, so it is not vegan. It has those 3 animal products in it. Lots of good oils are in there too. Lots of wonderful oils are in there. So yeah, it's got a lot of nice products. But the scent notes are mandarin orange, pistachio, sambac, I'm not sure what sambac is. I didn't look it up. Hint of almond, and creamy sandalwood. So I'm not really getting anything for me, for my nose. There we go. So put that right underneath the nose. Let's not put it in the nose. And I can smell it a little bit now that it's under my nose. So yeah, still definitely a mild scented soap. Am I bummed by that? No, not particularly. In fact, I like soaps a lot of times, unless I'm looking to match a soap in an aftershave. I like that the soap is like 4 or less. I like that. It's like, because I want to use what I want to use for aftershaves and all that. But if you're looking to match them, then yeah, I don't mind so much if it's like a 5 or above type of thing. So it's like, yeah. And you don't see more than like a 8 in a scent on a soap. I just never, 8 is like hugely strong. And 6 to 8 is like your Phoenix soaps, things like that. They're very strong. And of course match well with their matching aftershaves, all that. But, and of course, the Ariana Evans also has a lot of matching aftershaves for their soaps as well. So yeah, but we're going to start in here. I'm going to start with underneath the nose here, the 4 days growth. I'm going to go ahead and get it out of the way. Whoops, this feels loose. Yep, that handle was just a little loose on my twig. So my standard twig razor underneath the nose. And me using this razor underneath my nose is no slight on that Blackland razor at all. I use this under my nose no matter what other razor I'm using. except for maybe the other twig that I have the thorn on. That's about the only one I wouldn't do it on. But everything else, yeah. Because this razor just gets in there tight and nice. And I'm just getting up there high and tight, because this is going to be a one-passer. Yep, high and tight. And there we go. And is that baby butt smooth over there? No, it's not, but it's knocked down a lot. And I could go with second pass if I wanted to just get a little smoother, but it's knocked down there so good, and I'm going to be shaving again tomorrow, so I'm not really worried about it. So now let's have fun with the Blackland. Okay, get warming up in the sink. Pass 1 with that setting of 9 there with the grain. And I've never used this setting. Wowie. Wowie. Wow, it is cutting through. Wow, okay, I'm impressed. Trying to be careful too, because that is on the top setting, but darn thing, that is smooth. That is like glass. Wowie. It's like a hot knife through butter. It's just smoothly shaving off 4 days growth. Really impressed with this setting 9 on this razor. Really am. I had not used this setting before. Wow, very nice. Now here's where I have to be careful, because this thing is so smooth and nice and on a high aggressive setting. I don't want to go too low right here on my chin whiskers, because I'm sure I could just go right through this. I have no doubt. And I'm just going, this is like the toughest spot right here. Here and here. There we go. Pass 1 is done. And now I'm not going to stay at that. I'm going to go ahead and knock it back down to where it was. Now that I've really knocked that down with that first pass, we're going to go ahead and readjust this. So I'm going to go down, whoops, flip it around where I can see it. Loosen the handle, loosen the handle. Nice and loose, so it's wobbly loose. There we go. Okay, let's see. I'm going to use a tissue just because my hands are a little wet. Back down to a 6. So you see it's on a 6. Can you see that? 6. And I'm going to tighten this again. So yeah, normally I'm a 7, solid 7 on a Gillette, but on this one, yeah, I don't like to go higher than 6 for that same comfort level type of thing. All right, so there's that. Go ahead, reapply lather. And of course, this lather feels so good. But to me, like, I can tell you that all day long, but until the third pass, that's the judgment pass. That's where the rubber hits the road, and you can really tell. Third pass against the grain, and the buffing pass when I rely on just residual slickness, that's where the soap really performs. So that's where we're gonna, I'm gonna do a buffing pass with just water today. But pass 2 right now is across the grain. And I was saying I would like to see a heavier weight just because I like a nice heavy razor. But this razor, with the weight that it has now, does have a nice weight. I like about 100 grams is a good sweet spot. 110 grams for me is a sweet spot for razors. And I think this is kind of in that territory. Couldn't tell you. I didn't look it up before I came on, on to do this video with you guys. Well, yeah, it is good. Huh? Yep, there we go. I felt like one hair that I just wanted to get out of the way. There we go. We're stretching my neck just naturally, stretching the neck out. Okay, pass 2, smooth and nice. And that setting of 6. But that setting 9 really knocked down that 4 days growth really well. Never a one and done for me, but no razor is. I'm pretty much 3 passes. On every razor I own, I'm 3 passes. I just, like some of these razors, people say, oh, 2 passes and done. That's for their skin and their whiskers. They can do that. I got the gray coarse whiskers, and they just need 3 passes. It just does. So pass 3 is against the grain. Light touch, don't have to put any pressure on there. It is so smooth. Razor and blade combo is just spot on for this razor for me. Now, if I had an Astro blade in here, for example, which is a much milder blade for me, that would probably pop up to a 7 at that point. But with this blade, 6 is plenty. It is just cutting through. Wowie. Going really light. That's as much as I want to do without reapplying something. There we go. So, other side. Of course, this is my offhand side. This is my right side. I am left-handed. Wowie, smooth. Smooth, smooth, smooth. This is such a performing razor. I mean, it's a gorgeous looking razor. It is absolutely phenomenally gorgeous in person to have this. And this is, I did up it to the polished version. I didn't buy it first year it was out. I waited until second year. Okay. Pass 3 now. Just a little bit, just such a little bit. But yes, I am going to buffing pass it just to get it that extra smooth, and just water. We're going to wake up the slickness in the soap with just water. Yeah, the right spot right there, I can tell. I try to attack it from all 3 angles, you know, this way, and straight up, down. There we go, that got that good. I get it low enough? Oh, right here, low. Yep, so now let's do the other side. Just water. So liven up that slickness. And done. That is smooth. Wow. Phenomenal shave out of this razor. Really like the performance of this razor. The smoothness, the comfort of it. Not feeling like it's going to bite me with every turn. No, not at all. You saw me do a couple of little turny things there that other razors would have cut me. And it's like if I do that habit like with the other Blackland, the Vector that I have, then yeah, I'm risking a cut off that razor, because that razor will bite you if you're not careful. So that one doesn't have quite the manners this one has. That's why I like to talk about the manners of a razor, and this has very pleasant manners. It really does a nice job and makes you confident because it's not looking out to bite you. You don't have to super concentrate on it. You just do some basic good techniques. It allows you to slip every now and again, like you saw me do. My techniques aren't perfect still after all these years. You get these, sloppy habits, and and it's like you switch razors and boom, you get bit. So yeah. So I try to remind myself if I'm using a Vector. Especially I wouldn't do a Vector like first shave with on video because I know I would cut myself. I would. So it's like cut myself early in the week, get over that, and remind myself of the habits I need to have to make sure that gives that razor every bit of advantage it can have. So let me pause here and wash up. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I am back. Washed the face with a warm washcloth and wiped up the equipment here. There, whoops, give that a little. Drying off a little bit here too, make it shiny. So yeah, I got the polished version of this, and very glad I did. Now I know what this is late May. One more week of May left. Father's Day is coming up. I bet they'll be having a sale for Father's Day. You look for that. So yeah, this with the polishing of that is over $4 bills. That's an expensive razor. That's a lot of money for a razor. But you see how those sales will knock it down. And that's what I bought it at Christmas time with a phenomenal sale at Christmas. And it really knocked off a chunk of money and made that, I could bump it up to the polished and still pay less than unpolished for full price and all that. So yeah, I jumped on that. But yeah, so that's up there with price-wise with the Wolfman as far as pricing goes. Yeah, it's a lot of money. But I'm telling you, this razor is so phenomenal. It does such a good job. Look at this. Close up, you saw my 4 days growth. It is close. I've got a baby butt smooth shave. I chased it on the neck. And I'm probably going to pay for that here in just a second when I go to put the alum on. Let me grab the alum. There we go. Got the alum block. We're going to use that here in a minute. So let me do 2 splashes of cold water. Make sure it's cool. And then we're going to do the alum and then probably stop with that. There we go. Got 2. Who needs a towel? Let's leave the towel up there today. Close enough. It's got my see some stinging right there. Okay. Oh yeah, there's a sting right there too. Yep, chasing it. But I knew I would because I was chasing it. So yeah, I was really wanted that nice close shave. I wanted to get every bit of performance out of that razor. So yeah, getting a little stinging off the alum block. But nothing crazy. And say no nicks, which I was really surprised too, because I thought maybe that level 9 with the green I might get a little something because I'd never tried that. But no, you just mowed down that 4 days growth. Here we go, close enough. Let's get that towel now. And yeah, I'm going out and do yard work, so yeah, I'm really not going to put on an aftershave right now because I'll come in afterwards after I get all sweaty and take a shower and then worry about that then. So just a pure shave with pure shaving products and no fluff, no aftershave. But I did want to at least use an alum block because I want that antiseptic properties, that stinging. So yeah, I wanted to have that as part of my shaving routine. And sometimes I'll skip the alum if I'm going to use the aftershave because that's got the alcohol and it'll give me the same effect. But a lot of times, even if I do that, I still like to use the alum. I like it. I like alum. And it's like dirt cheap. I think this thing's 10 or 12 bucks at most for this. It'll last me a couple of years. Most economical thing you can buy in shaving. There, but yes, close, nice shave. So I'm feeling really good, ready to go start my activities outside. I got miscellaneous yard work and finish cleaning up on trimming the shrubs and all that fun stuff. And I got to put down the step boards on my front stairs. That's today's job. I didn't buy the fascia wood yet. I'll have to do that. And that'll be like next weekend's job or whatever, but I'll buy it today. So that's what I got going on today. What do you guys got going on today? Let me hear what you got going on after your shave. So yes, feeling good about this shave. Hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe and go with God.